Welcome back to the Unit 10 test review. This is part 2. We are on question 22. Find the measure of each angle indicated, round to the nearest hundredth. Here is my angle. We are given the hypotenuse and adjacent, so we're going to be using cosine of theta. My angle is equal to 4 divided by 5. Inverse cosine, both sides, these cancel out. Theta is equal to the inverse cosine of 4 divided by 5. Therefore, theta, when you plug it in your calculator, equals 36.87 degrees. 22. Find the measure of each angle indicated, round to the nearest hundredth. This is my angle. We are given the adjacent and hypotenuse again, so we're going to use cosine of theta is equal to 6 divided by 9. Just like the last problem, take the inverse of both sides. Those cancel out. Theta is equal to the inverse cosine of 6 divided by 9. Plug it in your calculator. And theta equals 48.19 degrees. 24. Find the measure of each side indicated, round to the nearest hundredth. We're still using trig. This is my angle. We're given adjacent and the hypotenuse. So again, we will be using cosine of our angle is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Cosine of 37 is approximately 0.7986. Multiply both sides by x to get it out of the denominator. Left with 0.7986x equals 11. Divide both sides by 0.7986. X equals 13.77 degree. No. Sorry, just 13.77. Find the measure of each side indicated. This is our angle. We're given the opposite and adjacent, so we're going to use tangent of 32 is equal to the opposite divided by adjacent. Tangent of 32 is approximately 0.6249. Multiply both sides by 13. And x is equal to approximately 8.12. 26. Find the measure of each side indicated, round to the nearest hundredth. Here's my angle. We are given the opposite and adjacent. So we're using tangent of 50.1 is equal to the opposite divided by adjacent. Tangent of 50.1 is approximately 1.19599. Multiply both sides by 5. And x is equal to approximately 5.98. Find the measure of each side indicated, round to the nearest hundredth. Let's do it again. Here's my angle. We are given the adjacent and hypotenuse. So we're going to be using cosine of 47 is equal to the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. The cosine of 47 is approximately 0.6819. Multiply both sides by 3, and x is approximately 2.05. Find the measure of each side indicated. Here's our angle. We are given the opposite and adjacent. So we'll be using tangent of 41 is equal to the opposite divided by adjacent. Tangent of 41 is approximately 0.8693. We have to multiply both sides by x to get it out of the denominator. So we're left with 0.8693x equals 4. 4 divided by 0.8693 on both sides. And x equals approximately 4.60. Number 29, find the measure of each side indicated, round to the nearest hundredth. Well, first thing I notice is that this is 60 degrees, and as if you recall your special right triangle, this has to be a 30, 60, 90. Therefore, we can label the sides. Next to the 30 degrees is h square root 3. The smallest leg is h, and the hypotenuse is 2h. If 11 is equal to 2h, h is equal to 5.5. Therefore, this side is 5.5 and x equals 5.5. Number 30. Find the measure of each side indicated. Here's my angle. We're given the opposite. And hypotenuse. So we're going to use the sine of 57 is equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. The sine of 57 is approximately 0.8387. You must multiply both sides by x. Zero 0.8387x equals 10.8. Divide both sides. And x is approximately 12.88. 31, same thing. This is our angle. We're given the opposite and hypotenuse, so we're going to use sine of 37 equals the opposite divided by hypotenuse. The sine of 37 is approximately 0.6018. Multiply both sides by 10.3. And 6.199 is approximately equal to x. Number 32, find the missing side lengths. Leave your answers as radicals in the simplest form. First thing I notice is 30 degrees, which means that this is a 30, 60, 90. So we can fill out our formula. H times the square root of 3, h and 2h. If 12 equals 2h, h has to equal 6. Therefore, let's do a color. This side, or n, is going to equal 6, and m is going to equal 6 times the square root of 3. Find the missing side lengths. Leave your answers as radicals in simplest form. Again, it's a 30, 60, 90. We have h times the square root of 3 and 2h. If 2h equals 72, h equals 36. Therefore, b is going to equal 36, and a is going to equal 36 times the square root of 3. I think my computer's kind of getting hot. Find the missing side lengths. Leave your answers as radicals in simplest form. 30, 60, 90. h square root 3, 2h. Y is going to equal 5 times the square root of 3. And x is going to equal 2 times 5, which is 10. Find the missing side lengths. Leave your answers as radicals in the simplest form. 30, 60, 90. H square root 3, h, 2h. So h equals 11.5. Which means V equals 11.5. And U equals 11.5 times the square root of 3. Find the missing lengths. Leave your answers as radicals in the simplest form. 30, 60, 90. This is h times the square root of 3. This is h and this is 2h. H equals 5, so B equals 5 and A equals 10. 30, 60, 90. 2h, h square root 3. H equals 22. Therefore, y equals 22. And x equals 22 times the square root of 3. Alright, we're going to leave it there, and then we'll start again for part 3 of the Unit 10 review.